Hello and welcome back to Minecraft Hardcore. I've been chopping cherry trees in between episodes because do you know what Cherryville will need a lot of? That's right, nearly broken axes. Seriously though, I surprised even myself with how many cherry logs I'd need to finish the last 2 builds in this world. So now I've tried to preempt my resource struggles by chopping cherry wood before I inevitably run out of it anyway. I do quite like the field of cherry saplings that I've got going on here though. Makes me wish that I could actually make fields of saplings. Or maybe I already can with plant pots. I'd have to look into whether that would actually look good or not. Anyway, first things first, the nitwit villager breeding mechanic doesn't work in the slightest. So we'll just kill this guy and break the beds inside. We won't be breeding more nitwits in this town until Mojang decides to give nitwits an actually breedable nitwit gene. We do have a much better and fully functional multi-biome villager breeder over here though. We built this thing in the last episode, and it is already producing villagers for us, all wearing the different biome variant outfits. As luck would have it, we've already got 3 swamp villagers, although I'm sure the odds will soon swing to mostly plains villagers given our current biome. Ah, hello sir. Still out here, huh? You may die, but that is a sacrifice that I am willing to make. Right, I've made a decision. I don't like having to keep my first armor set in this world in a chest. I may not yet have a museum, but it still demands justice! So we're going to put it on an armor stand in this little house, just next to Buddy here. Okay, how does this look? Oh yeah, I can see how I looked without changing perspectives for once. I can see the different angles. This armor stand is staying. That is, of course, until I find a more permanent home to show it off in. My main project in this episode, though, is to build a villager trading hall. That's what the last few episodes have been building towards, and I need to get it done before villager curing gets nerfed in 1.20.2. I want to have a trading hall with 24 farmers all giving me emeralds for carrots, potatoes, pumpkins, and melons, which means that I'm going to need a lot of gold in order to cure them all 5 times over. How much gold? Well, to cure 24 farmers 5 times over means that I need 120 golden apples, which comes out to 960 golden ingots. I do already have about 2/3 of that number by choosing to mine for copper in a mesa, as I was hoping to get gold alongside the copper as a byproduct, so we've gotten quite lucky there. So if I add up all of the gold that I have scattered around Cherryville, my gold supplies come up to 609 gold. I also already have 7 golden apples. So really, I have the equivalent of 665 gold. That means that I still need to acquire another 295 gold, so I need to make another trip to the mesa. I don't think my picks will survive a full mining session though, so I'm going to repair them before I go. And I think I'll use this opportunity to bring them up to efficiency 5. I used quite a bit of my axe in between episodes as well, so we'll do the same for that tool too. Here we go. Let's enchant and see what happens. Ooh, nice, efficiency 4. Ooh, another efficiency 4. Oh my goodness, that's actually perfect. Efficiency 4 on everything. Just what I wanted. We've got our Silk Touch pickaxe here. Perfect in every way, other than not yet having mending. And the same goes for my Fortune pickaxe. We would have an excellent axe to go alongside them, but of course I've just run out of levels. That's nothing a little bit of cow breeding can't solve though. And this will be the return of an old favourite of mine, Stormbreaker. Oh, I love it already. I do actually have 1 mending book. Can I put it on my Silk Touch pickaxe? Oh no, I'm gonna need a lot more levels before I can do that. Soon though, soon. So my tools have now been repaired and I consider myself ready. Come on, Carol. You and I, we're both going to be gold diggers today. Wait, what? This is one of my new favourite things in Minecraft. Rowing in a boat with a camel attached on a lead. Just look at how happy Carol looks. Head held high, ears flapping. Oh, it's brilliant. Ah! No, Carol! You've been hit! I'm so sorry about that. Come on, I'll get you through this. So this is where I mined downwards from last time I was here, and we got a really good stretch of mesa, so I'm going to mine here again and see what else is on offer. I even found one of those giant copper veins down here, you know? We got so much copper, it was amazing. I'm rather low on fuel that I can use to smelt too. So I'm going to try and harvest all of the coal that I come across as well. Oh sweet, That coal vein just led us straight to gold. Yes, please. I will take that. Oh yeah, here it was. You see this cave? This is not a naturally spawned cave. This was the copper vein that I found. And I spent a good portion of time mining out the entire thing, and it was actually a lot of fun. But I'm here for gold today. I'm not going to let a copper vein distract me again. Yes, give me the gold! I think I'm going to stay down here until I get at least 3 stacks of gold, you know. That's my goal. I know I said I wouldn't be distracted by copper veins, but that doesn't mean I won't take the copper I come across. It turns out that Cherryville has been a lot more hungry for copper than I first realized. We're going to need a lot for the future of the town, so it's best to gather it when I can. Ooh. Ooh. Is that what I think it is? Oh yeah, that's definitely what I think it is. We found another part of the giant copper vein, everyone. Nice! I'll have to come back here in the future when I need some more. Gold! Gold! Always believe in your soul. No, I should stop singing that. That could be risky copyright territory. Well, I'd say that was a pretty successful mining session. We've got 4 stacks and 3 gold, which should be more than enough once we take Fortune 3 into account. We probably have a good amount of excess here, actually. I've got tons of coal as well, so we should be able to smelt everything that we have too. We've also got some resources inside of our ender chest as well. I have to try and maximize my inventory space since I don't have shulker boxes yet. Anyway, I think it's time that we head back home with Carol again. No, scratch that. I've just spotted some exposed gold. How could I not take advantage of this opportunity? Okay, now we're going home. Come on, Carol. Oh, just look at those wiggly ears. She's so happy at sea. Oh, these guys have no idea what's coming for them. Here they are, chatting away in the bubble bath. But little do they know that there'll be zombie food. Oh, what an absolute tragedy. The villainy. How could I even allow this to happen? This gold ore shall be their bad omen. Let's fortune it all up in front of their faces. Oh, nice. Look at that. Vaughan has gotten 9 stacks of gold from all of that. We have surplus. Oh, I love having a surplus. Now I get to keep some for other things like powered rails or maybe even piglin bartering. While my gold is smelting away though, I have to plan where this villager trading hall is going to go. And I think I'd like it to be next to the breeder, so I should place it just behind this building here. Which means it's in the way! I'm sorry, but it's gotta go. Demolition Whistler has moved in. This house wasn't up to code anyway. I mean, a single strike of lightning could have burned the whole thing down, and we can't have that. No. Well, it's gone. The cobblestone patch on the floor is all that remains. But that does mean that we should have quite a bit more room behind it to build our future building. Oh, who put all this dirt in the way? How rude of them. Is that a good placement? I'm not sure, really. I wonder if I should bring it forward a little before I continue any further. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. This is why you build your outlines first, people. It really lets you figure out where things need to go before you make the mistake of committing too far. So here we go, we now have our outline. And I think it helps to demonstrate what exactly it is that I intend to do with Cherryville. My current plan is to have a large open space in the middle for a giant cherry tree, and for it to be surrounded by all of the different buildings that a town requires, in addition to some rather important early game farms, all in this building style that I've got going on here. And if all goes well, I'll have loads of free roaming villagers here, all going about their daily business. I think it should turn out pretty well. But first, I need to build our villager trading hall for our main source of emeralds in this world. And unfortunately, these guys won't have very much free roaming ability at all. Such is the life of a trading hall villager. It's a bit of a weird process building this trading hall though, because I need to lock in their trades before I start the curing process, or I'll be missing out on the all-important pumpkin trade on a good portion of them. It's not a guaranteed trade, unfortunately, so there is a little bit of RNG involved. We have our ugly dirt box now. Don't worry everyone, it's just a temporary one. Purely just for locking in the trades before we let a zombie loose on them. So the plan is we have composters underneath all of these trapdoors here, so theoretically, all of the villagers will lock onto one and fall into the hole where I can focus on job cycling until we get carrots and potatoes as their first trades, and then pumpkins as their second. I think this should work. Hopefully it'll work. Oh boy, it's time. Our villagers have been slowly building up in the breeder, and we have so many different outfits in there. So much good fashion sense on display here. I think the best way to move them all into our dirt box, though, is to simply let them all loose, which is why I have these fence gates here. So, fellas, you're free! Come on! Time to go! Exercise your freedom! Oh, I can't wait to do that when the breeder is actually full. Just to see the explosion. That's gonna be great. Why aren't they moving over? They're just standing there. This is no time for idle chatter. This was supposed to be a prison break. Oh, some of them are falling for it. They're going for the bait. Okay, let's see if what I did will work. No. That would be a no. They're not going into the holes. Okay, can I push you in? Oh, I can push this guy in. And he's taken the composter, that's good. Wait, hey, no! You weren't supposed to be able to get up there. Oh, for goodness sake. Well, I guess we're putting a trapdoor above their heads for now. Haha, another one captured. Come on, get back in there, please. No, please don't fight me. Just get back into the designated area and everything will be just dandy, I promise. Please. Just get back in. Right, that's it. I'm choosing violence today. Ah, come on now. This villager wants to work, I know it. But he won't get in the hole. What if I place a block there and then use the water? Yes, that worked. Ha! What a sucker. I believe that this is our last villager. Their AI has been incredibly frustrating to deal with, but I think I worked out the proper process for getting them in the holes I build, and it's as smooth as a couple of blocks and a bucket of water. Look at that. Amazing. So that makes 24 villagers total. All ready for me to start job cycling with them until I get the carrot, potato and pumpkin trades. I'm also fairly certain that we have at least one of every outfit in here. So the villager breeder that we built has definitely done its job. I couldn't be happier with it. Some biome variants were more common than others, but I'm fairly certain that's just down to the RNG of the system I built. I've actually already started with locking in this guy's trade over here. See that? That's exactly what we want to see. Potatoes, carrots and pumpkins. And of course we want these trades to be a one-to-one deal. So we're going to cure every single one of these villagers 5 times over so we can get those oh sweet emeralds at an absolute bargain. And with the nerf to villager curing coming imminently, it's now or never. And I want my mega source of emeralds in this world. The economical machine must be completed! So I guess I'd better get started on locking in all of these guys' trades. Yes. Thanks, Snowy. You've given me the carrot and potato trades, but will you lock in the pumpkin trade? Let's find out. I hope you realize this is a life or death situation, by the way. No pumpkin, no living. Will he have the pumpkin trade? Yes, excellent. That's 2 down. Thanks, Snowy. Ah, it looks like we have our first victim. No pumpkin trade. Sorry, dude. I'm gonna have to drown you. That way it doesn't look like I did it to all of your friends. Oh, actually, before you go, I will actually buy all of your apples. I'm gonna need them. A little update here. I have gone through the rather painful process of locking in every villager's trades, and we're nearly done. We just need this last jungle villager, and then we can finally get on with the curing process. Yes, we're done! I can finally move on with my life. Brilliant. I'm happy to say that despite having to kill some of them, that we still have at least one villager of every biome. I'm so happy that's worked out. This guy has the right trades. This guy has the right trades. This guy has the right trades. I think we've done a spectacular job here. It was rather painful, but I'm gonna let a zombie nibble on them all in return in a second, so I guess it's only fair. Before we let a zombie loose in there though, we've got to get a roof in here. All of my hard work will literally go up in flames. And we can't have that. No siree. So after a little bit of potion brewing, letting the villagers loose from their cramped little holes, and luring over this zombie in to feast on them, I was finally able to get started on the conversion process. Haha, you're trapped! And now it's time for the zombie apocalypse. Let the feast begin! Well, that worked out amazingly. I think they're almost done, but honestly, they're scaring me a little bit. Do you see how high they can jump on the glass panes here? I know I don't need to, but I just feel like I have to make this wall higher, in case one of them somehow manages to get up here. Which should be impossible, but it just looks like they could somehow get over. I think that means that I've got to raise the ceiling now though, because I'm not going to have any space for myself. Luckily for me, it's currently nighttime, although it is currently coming to an end, so I'll just have to try and do this one quickly before all the villagers start to burn. Yeah, see how high they're still trying to jump? Honestly, there's no doubt in my mind, if I hadn't made the wall slightly higher, they'd be able to hit me. So I'm glad I did that. Sorry, Zombo, but you have outlived your usefulness. I don't need you anymore. So I've just crammed them all into a smaller space with water, because now they should all be more manageable for throwing potions and golden apples at their faces. Now I'm hoping that I can hit all of the zombie villagers here with one splash potion of weakness, but I'm not sure what the radius is for splash potions, so I might have to use a couple for each round of curing. That's okay though, I have prepared enough potions for that. Oh yeah, you see that? Some of these guys look like they didn't get hit by the potion of weakness, so I'll definitely need to throw another. But I know there's 24 villagers in here, so I should be able to know when I've got them all once I've used 24 golden apples. There we go, we're down to 40 apples, so that should have been all of them, right? Oh yeah, they're curing. And they're instantly getting nibbled and converting back again. Awesome. So I've done 5 rounds total of villager curing, and once they cure this one last time, they should all have 1-to-1 trade, so that I can trade 1 potato for 1 emerald. And the same goes for the carrots and pumpkins. They shouldn't convert each other again either. The neat little thing about zombies is that if they see you, they will instantly aggro towards you, assuming that something else hasn't hit them. So now that these villagers are curing for the final time, they won't convert back again, because all of the zombie villagers in that little box are trying to eat me, and not them. It's so convenient. Well, I thought that I'd cured all of them, but it looks like there's 2 in there that are still zombie villagers. How has that worked out? I used exactly 24 golden apples every time. Unless... don't tell me. It's possible to feed the same zombie villager a second golden apple after they've already started the curing process, isn't it? Oh, that's totally it. Okay. That's the only way this should have happened. Oh, man. I hope that doesn't mean that we're going to have villagers that didn't get cured 5 times. Oh, dear. I'm going to have to check all of them, aren't I? That's not what I wanted to do. I've been here for a while now, just waiting for the last 2 villagers to convert. And yes, there is a villager in here somewhere which doesn't have 1-to-1 trades, unfortunately. Most of them do, which is fantastic. But there is a rebellious plains villager in here somewhere. Oh, yeah, there he is. So we're going to have to cure that one again, but that's fine. I can separate them out later and they can have some more fun being zombie food. But now that the majority of the zombie curing has been completed, I can finally remove this ugly dirt box. I hope you all weren't worrying that that was going to be the build that they'd be in forever. No, I have plans for this build. It will probably take me a few episodes to construct as well, this building. It's going to be multi-purpose, and farming emeralds is only 1. Ah, that's much better. The dirt walls are all gone. Now, one of the blocks that I would like to use in this villager trading hall is actually packed mud, but I don't have any mud, and the nearest mangrove swamp is a bit of a distance away, so I'm actually going to create my own mud with some of the dirt that I still have here in the floor. Packed mud actually has a great texture to use for flooring. It feels like a path well trodden to me, and the brick variant of the block is just as great for the exact same reason. So we're going to mix the 2 together to create some texture variants. But I'm going to want more than just a few blocks, so I think I'll just keep creating mud until I have at least a little over a stack. I think that will probably be enough for what I want to do today. And now that we have our packed mud, we can begin to build. We'll start off with the entrance and create a kind of small corridor that we will walk down to enter the main villager trading hall, making sure to mix up the 2 different blocks as much as possible. I almost feel like I'm trying to mix 2 veins of blocks together to create 1 floor, if that makes sense. And of course, this is Cherryville, so we've got to incorporate cherry blocks into our build as well. Aha! I spy an invisible wandering trader. What do you have for me? Beetroot seeds. You know what? I'm totally going to take that bait. Beetroots may not be a good crop, but I don't have them yet, which is an absolute travesty. I will buy them. Just this once. I like to have my options open, and they can at least be used for decoration if I want to. So, picture this. This is our entrance. I'm not happy with the outside just yet. I'll probably change that up a bit. But you'll open these front doors and walk down this corridor that I've built, and suddenly the room opens up into a magnificent villager trading hall. You've really got to utilize your imagination here though, because for now I've got this fantastic view of some dirt blocks. Now I want to mark out each of the different villager bays with packed mud blocks so that I can plan out the layout of our villager trading hall. And I need to keep in mind that I'm going to need room for 24 villagers in these bays. Space is a resource, and I don't want to find that I don't have enough. Corners are important, believe it or not. So we're going to incorporate a little hidden light source in the floor beneath this trapdoor and begin to surround it with more cherry planks. For the villager bays themselves, I'll build up 5 blocks with cherry logs and begin to create a little alcove for them to stay in. I'd like to add some more logs into the walls behind the bays, but logs are directional, so we'll need to add a supporting block to place them against that we can easily get rid of later. So now that we have our supporting blocks, I can place my logs to create this nice checkerboard pattern in the wall here. I will also strip them to help differentiate them from the other cherry logs. Oh my gosh! I'm just trying to build a room to house my farmers, and all I can hear is constant screaming. Just look at all those phantoms that I have flying above my head. There's so many! And I'm only halfway through the night! This is what I have to deal with when I can't sleep. Wow, I can't wait to have Smite 5 and a decent source of arrows. Anyway, next we'll be incorporating some copper into the walls here, with stairs in the middle and full blocks in the sides. I think that makes for a really nice pattern to have behind our villagers, don't you think? And you might be wondering, where am I going to put their workstations? Well, we're going to put them in the floor here, with carpets on top, which is all part of a plan to make the villager base seem wide open. But the villagers will be trapped, and we're going to trap them in there with some fence posts just above their heads. The carpets will raise the villagers' hitbox by just enough that they can't fit underneath this fence. So when I trade with them, we should have very easy access to all of the XP from trading, as well as anything I happen to accidentally throw at the villagers, and the villagers won't be able to escape. I don't want the villagers to be mixing or cramming towards a particular side though, so we're going to be separating them with trapdoors. It's the same hitbox principle as the fences. The villagers won't be able to walk under them when I open the trapdoors like this. They'll be stuck in their own little hole, just like every other villager trading hall out there, but they'll have the illusion of freedom, and I think that will help quite a lot with this build. I think it would be good to have the fences look like they're dangling down from a support above them as well, so we'll add just a few more blocks, and yeah, that looks much better already. I think this will be a great example to replicate for the rest of our villager trading hall. So why don't we go right ahead and construct the rest of the room? Let's get to building, shall we? Welcome back. This is our brand new villager trading hall. I still have yet to move all of these villagers into their little spaces, but given how frustrating that is definitely going to be, I thought that I should probably show a little bit of that on camera. Now you might be wondering what this dirt is here for. Well, that's so that the villagers don't wander into the water elevators that I put in here. They don't go anywhere just yet, but I've got some plans for this build. We're going to have another floor above us and another floor below us. You want to know what those plans are? Well, you're just going to have to wait and find out in future episodes, aren't you? Let's get started on the villager wrangling. I think it'll be a good idea to boat them out of their hole one by one and place our composters in to let them pathfind to their specific workstation one at a time. I don't want them trying to take a composter that they can't reach after all. And there we go. It looks like our first villager to move into place is going to be a jungle guy. Oh, nice. It's pathfinding straight to the composter's first try. But of course he's wandered out again. Okay, let's just break all of these. There's got to be a good way of doing this. Okay, come over here, sir. I'm going to try and block you in, if that's alright with you. Oh, look at that reach! He was nowhere near that composter. Let's try again. Please, will he go in this time? Yes! Okay, he's stuck now. But we need to put a carpet on top of the composter so he can't get out once I remove the dirt. It does look like he's trying to jump though. Maybe I can use that to my advantage? Okay, I just need you to jump, villager. Please jump. It's all I'm asking for. Just a little jump. Yes! Alright. I should be able to remove this dirt now. And he will be stuck. Can he get out? It really doesn't look like it. I think we've done a good job here. We seem to be getting only jungle villages so far, which is weird. And I don't want to have them all next to each other, but randomly spread out. But I think we have 5 or 6 of these guys, so I think I'll try to limit them to 1 jungle villager per villager bay, just so that it doesn't look like they're all bunched up. But if I turn my hitboxes on, you can just see that the villager's hitbox is just ever so slightly above the bottom of the fence post and the trapdoors there. So this is working really well so far. I'm getting a little bit sick of waiting for the villagers to jump so that I can get the carpet down though. Let's go for a change in strategy. What if I put a trapdoor on the floor so that they can't get out, but they still have the ability to climb up onto the trapdoor? That should allow me to put the carpet on top of the composter once the villager steps up. And yeah, that works! Okay, that's going to be the strat from now on. And this, I think, is the last villager that has the 1-to-1 emerald trades. Everyone else is in place, and the last 2 remaining villagers are separated, waiting to be cured. Just over here. So all I need to do is lure 1 more zombie over, and we can cure these guys one last time, and finally, we'll be done with the entire zombie villager curing process, for hopefully ever. I don't know if I'll actually need to cure any other villagers. Like, I know I can get cheaper trades with the other villager trading professions, but I just don't know if I need it. Because this trading hall is going to be super powerful when it comes to giving me emeralds. I'm not going to be running out at all. I'm going to have emeralds for days. But yeah, that zombie should have a good meal with those villagers just there. Thank you, sir, for your service. Now all I need is this splash potion of weakness. I've just hit the crafting table. And there we go. Now all I need to do is wait a few minutes, and we can get these guys into place as well. Villager curing. It's such a tedious process, but I'm so glad to think that we're nearly done. Oh, freedom. Okay, they're cured. I just need to boat these guys out, and we can get them into place as well. And would you look at that, everyone? Our villager trading hall is complete. We have 24 farmers here, all with the 1-to-1 crop to emerald trades, and I'm so looking forward to giving that a test run. So over here in the Cartato farm, we've got tons of carrots and tons of potatoes, all waiting to be traded. Now, if my calculations are correct, and they sometimes are, sometimes not, the trading hall can have a capacity for 6 stacks of potatoes and carrots all in one go around the trading hall before they have to restock. So let's give that a try and see just how many emeralds we get. Well, it should be 12 stacks of emeralds, I guess. And also how much XP we get as well. This is going to be an absolutely glorious XP farm. Even better than the trading hall I had in the last world. This is going to be a seriously powerful trading hall. Oh, we're coming up to our last villager here. Good old Snowy here. And that's all of it. We've done all of the trading. We've got 12 stacks of emeralds in our inventory. That is glorious. We are still taking in XP, which is brilliant. Oh, we've just stopped at 54 levels from level 39. I'd say that's fantastic if I say so myself. Brilliant. This is already making for a terrific XP farm. Oh, and just look at the fact that they all have different outfits as well. They're not all wearing the same coloured clothes. Oh, I love the way that I've done this. Now here's the real test. Do all of the villagers have access to their correct composters? I'm going to go around the trading hall again once, and if any villagers have failed to restock, then I know that something's gone wrong. Hopefully it'll be right though. I think what I did earlier with that strategy that I had going on, I think that worked pretty well. So I think everything will be alright. But I can be wrong, and I don't like being wrong. I'd like to be right. Yeah, look at that. Every villager successfully managed to restock their trades. So, job's a good one, I think. Nothing else to do here. Villager trading hall complete. Oh, this is going to be so good for the future of this world. And look at that. I've gone around the trading hall twice, and I already have 2 stacks of emerald blocks and another 40 on top of that. I can already build an emerald beacon. That's ridiculous. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to build the rest of the building for this episode. That's going to have to be done in a future one, I think. So unfortunately, you're just going to have to subscribe if you want to see how the rest of this build turns out. No other solution, really. But like I said, there is a multi-floor idea that I have in mind for this. I just hope that I'm going to be able to pull it off. Well, I'm sorry, cows, but now that I have a proper source of XP, you're just going to have to die. I have no other need for you. Goodbye, and thanks for all the beef. This cow here is the lone survivor. May he live forever. Maybe I'll stick him in a museum at some point, who knows. Now come on, buddy. I want to show you my villager trading hall. It's awesome. Yeah, what do you think? It's pretty good, right? I just love how open it is. It's such a nice change to the previous trading halls that I've built in the past. Now then, buddy, which villager is your favourite? Point them out to me. Is it Snowy just there? Is that what you're pointing towards? Come on. I'm going to need a more obvious sign than that, buddy. Oh, is it the Plains villager? Is it the Plains or the Snowy? Oh yeah, it's Snowy. Okay, this Snowy villager here, the best villager in town, as decreed by Buddy here. Well, I think that's all that I have time for in this episode. So, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!